Network Entertainment.
Hello to everyone all over the world. Magkakasama na naman tayo sa isang gabing puno ng kwentuhan, tawanan, and mapusong usapan. Dito pa rin sa Ganito Kasi Yan, powered by the Pod Network. At kasama nyo pa rin ang inyong wandering go-getter ng Quezon City. It's your boy, Jacob. At kasama natin for this episode of Embracing Life Seasons, ang ating Miss World Philippines 2024 and Miss World Asia 2025, Miss Krishna
Hello!
Gravides.
Mabuhay! Krishna here. Well, thank you so much, first and foremost, for having me. I think it's my first ever podcast
Really?
guesting. So this is something very special to me. And I'm very, very excited to talk with you about life and, of course, to share my experiences and as well.
Thank you then for making time. And siguro now we wanted to ask you how you are doing lately and what is life like, especially for you these days after you've passed on your Miss World Philippines crown.
Yeah, thank you for asking. Actually, it's been really, really amazing. Technically, passing my crown means parang it's an end of a reign. But I honestly didn't think that I felt the need to say goodbye to the title itself because for me, the title means something more than the name, something more than and beyond being called as Miss World Philippines only. For me, those are the experiences, the lessons, the relationships, and the growth that I gained all throughout my journey and beyond that. So, those are the factors that made me really strong and stronger than before. But in terms of life in general, it's been a whirlwind, a whirlwind of experiences as well. Kasi after I passed my crown, I also worked my opportunities as well. Kasi I started a business recently and officially I've been wanting to have my own business, but this year I wanted, I don't know, it's actually not part of my plan. Parang biglaan lang siya, but I had it in my gut to start it. So if I can mention ba here?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you. So I recently started Intan. It's a small diner in Baguio City. I manage the business and my dad is the chef.
Oh.
So yeah, recently lang namin siya inopen. But my original business plan is completely different than that. Hopefully that I can release it then this year. But on the side as well, I have a remote job. So aside from those things, I also work as a senior social media strategist and content creator for brands naman internationally. So I think it's something that's not very publicly open kasi hindi ko siya masyadong sinasabi in public. But yeah, those are the things that keeps me busy right now. And I'm just really happy and more laid back ngayon than before.
Pero this job that you were already working on na remote, was this something you were balancing with being in Miss World Philippines and
Yeah.
competing in Miss World?
Yeah, I think yes. It's obviously remote, so it's is easier for me to navigate than having a physical job. I just have to do it like on my laptop, like whenever and whatever. I'm really blessed to have bosses na very considerate and very supportive. So I've been doing this since before pandemic. I started in ads and then nag-grow na ako into content creator and yeah, stuff like that. So that is actually an extra income for me as well. It's helping me then nung I was competing. Mm-mm.
And before we delve into your life now after the crown, we wanted to talk about your journey, how you started and everything that came in between. So you started your pageant at 6 years old, right? And looking back, what was the dream for young Krishna back then? And at which point siya nag-stop na the dream was a fantasy and something that you really wanted to fight for?
So what's funny is at the age of 6, I already started joining pageants. And at that time, kasi I already felt and knew that I wanted to be someone someday. But I didn't know what pageantry was. I didn't know what beauty queen was. Hindi ko alam yung beauty pageants. I just wanted to see myself on stage performing and being pretty and being dolled up. Ganun lang talaga yung mindset ko before. But I'm really blessed with supportive parents and friends and relatives. So as time goes by, I joined pageants at schools. And then I think my first big pageant ever was Miss Baguio 2022. And if I can be honest, at that time, I just wanted to perform. Yun lang talaga yung reason why I wanted to join pageants. I just wanted to perform. But when I represented Baguio City and I joined the national competitions, that was the time na sabi ko, sobrang impactful pala talaga ng pageant platform, na it's more than just performing, it's more than just being on spotlight. I mean, the representation of your community or your province and more so the country is a huge responsibility na parang kung iisipin mo kung mag-step back ka as a beauty queen na sometimes may mga buhay din na nakasalalay sa'yo. Parang ganun kabigat yung responsibilidad. So that was the time na, oh, okay, this is something beyond myself already. So I'm just really blessed to have navigated the path towards national pageants and especially international pageants.
And growing up, raised by your grandmother, and you're and the single mom, and eventually you were working while studying.
Yes.
How did those experiences shape the way you now view your ambition, success, and even your dreams?
Well, I am blessed to be raised by very empowered women. And I think that's, for me, is a very, very powerful foundation if you're surrounded with strong women. One big lesson probably that I got from them is independence. I've seen them fight through life. I've seen them carry us, me and my sister especially. And I think that is my foundation throughout not only my pageant experience, but life in general. Whatever life throws at me or kahit saan man ako mapunta, I believe that I can navigate my way towards, up, because I was raised by women who also have done the same. So, for me, yun siguro yung pinaka biggest takeaway ko sa kanila. My mama Lo, I call her Mama Lo, and my mama. And I'm just really, really grateful for their lives. And of course, all of the people who have supported me ever since.
How do you think that shaped you as the woman you are today?
So I think just having the traits that I adopted from them, it really made me stronger and more confident and more self-aware. Of course, it's not always certain. Hindi palaging sigurado ka na kaya mo. But if you know it in yourself that you have this strength coming from the people who came before you, parang that alone is such a huge encouragement already. So I think whenever or whatever it is that will come my way, I think I can navigate, my way through it. Kasi I was raised by such strong women.
And you've spent a long time from when you were 6 years old. You were
Yes.
chasing big dreams.
Uh-uh.
Was there ever a point where, syempre, pag you've been dreaming for so long and parang everything seems so malayo, it feels so exhausting. And lalo na parang you went through a lot of different paths pa, you went through different hurdles and you got a lot of redirections. Was there ever a point wherein dreaming was already exhausting or the dream was already exhausting more than exciting?
Well, I would be lying if I say na it's always a positive experience to chase your dreams. Lalo na if you're chasing huge and big, ambitious dreams. Because I've realized that, like chasing big dreams, more than half of the experience, you get exhausted, you get tired, napapagod ka, nagsa-self-doubt ka, na-challenge ka talaga as a person. But I think the most beautiful thing about it is it's not, of course, the goal is the destination talaga, but what's the most important thing is, the challenges that will come your way, because that will transform you, and that transformation you will carry on with, you will carry on with it for the rest of your life. I think the destination is just a once in a lifetime achievement, but the process going towards the destination is really the very essence of why you have to go through those those process. And ang dami ko talagang detours nga sa buhay ko,
Yeah.
but I think that is why I am here today, because of the challenges, because of the exhaustion, because of the pagod, more than the achievements.
And kaya nakaabot ng Miss World.
Of course, oo.
Kasi parang sometimes ang easy na parang okay, parang hindi binigay sa akin this time.
Oo.
Parang tipong sige, parang baka hindi na for me.
Yes.
Pero siguro, lalo na sa mga times na hindi binibigay sa'yo yung ultimate dream. Lalo na pag kunwari, there were a lot of times in your career, in your journey na parang, there's that ultimate star you were chasing. Tapos parang biglang, parang there was something else that was in store for you during that journey. How do you cope with that? Na parang, there's that grief of, hindi ko to nakuha eh. Pero, there's that sense also na, okay, may binigay sa akin. How do I learn to accept this? How do you try to merge and accept that the two are possible at the same time?
Well, of course, acceptance talaga is the key. Pero it's easier said than done to accept that, that dream of yours that you've been chasing and chasing and chasing, tapos hindi mo pala ma-achieve. Of course, it's sad. Diba? Kailangan, and you have to acknowledge your feelings na that there's grief and there's sadness from it. But at the end of the day, you can only have yourself to help yourself. So, ako, what I did was, before I even stepped in India or for Miss World or before every stage that I step into, I manage my expectations talaga. Of course, I want to win the crown, or I want to have the highest title possible. Pero I manage my expectations na I already did my best. Okay na, I will put my best there. And whatever God has positioned me or ano yung plano niya sa akin, and then I will accept it. Even though sometimes it's not according to my plan. So, ayun for me yung pinaka best way for us to cope with, not getting the things that we want. I think just before going in there, you have to manage your expectations. Para 'di ba sabi nga nila, less disappointments din.
Pero hindi ba also difficult yun? Kasi parang sometimes you really want to aim for the highest, the
Yes.
biggest. Pero how do you manage to do that while also being like, okay, as long as I did my best, okay na to.
I feel like be present. Be present. For example, when I competed in India, it's a month-long competition.
And ang daming rounds,
ang
ang daming mga events.
Ang daming fast track. Nakala mo ba nasa kami? Reality
Oo.
show kami, ganun. Pero it was a very amazing experience. But at that time, kasi, of course, it's a competition nga at the end of the day. Pero, I don't really focus my mind into the competition itself. Ina-ask ko yung sarili ko, like, every day that I wake up, what is something that I can learn from, or I can learn today from my sisters? Of course, it's a very rare opportunity to be in the same room with more than 100 girls from different
Yeah.
countries. Sobrang rare lang nun. And at that time, sabi ko, I am not only here for the competition. I am here to learn a certain culture or a certain behavior from their society or whatsoever that I can learn from them. So, ayun siguro, I just made myself present at that time na sa end of this month, we will have the coronation night. Si Lord na bahala. I will do my best. But at the same time, I will take advantage of this opportunity to grow from the lessons or the backgrounds of my sister, and also discover some parts of myself that I haven't discovered yet.
So what is something na parang you'd say na you left the Philippines as this person and you came back from India as this person? What's the certain siguro change or parang change in mindset, perspective that you got when you competed in India?
So when I competed in India and then I came back here, one thing that has really struck me is that the world is so big. Ang laki ng mundo, and there's
Oo.
so much more out there. Philippines is very, very beautiful. And there are so much, of course, for example, food, destinations, culture, how do they live their lives outside our country. Ang dami, ang laki ng mundo. And one thing that made me very excited about life is it gave me more drive to push further kasi I wanted to explore more. I wanted to travel more. I wanted to see in person, first-hand experience kung ano yung mga sinasabi sa akin ng mga candidates ko na sa country nila ganito, ganyan. And yeah, that is something that made me very excited about life.
And some people kasi, when they receive redirection, some mistake it for parang failure. Hindi ako
Yeah.
nag-succeed kasi I didn't get this.
Mhm.
Pero, like for example, in your case, na parang, you may not have won the Miss World crown, but you were able to bring home the Miss World Asia crown, a
Yes.
continental crown. How do you accept yung parang redirections without carrying that sense of like regret and na parang feeling na, parang sayang, parang, lalo na, I know parang there's a lot of beauty queens that kind of say na parang ang hirap pala, ang sakit pala kapag ang lapit mo na. Tapos parang hindi mo pa nakuha.
Oo.
Lalo na you were in this situation wherein you were so near. Like you were so
Yeah.
near to the Miss Universe Philippines crown. You were so near to the Miss World crown, pero but another redirection was afforded or given to you. How do you deal with that na parang na hindi mo na feel yung parang regret or yung parang ay sayang?
I think just the mindset of I did my best and the rest is it's the destiny na bahala. It's something I cannot control anymore. So instead of like overthinking na ano bang kulang ko, ano bang mali ko, ano bang kailangan ko pa dapat ginawa. I'm thinking na I prepared for this. I already did my best. I already did 100% of my effort, my time, and my sacrifices. I even compromised some things just to be here. And kung hindi pa yun enough, maybe it's not something for me. So, it's easier than said than done nga. Pero, that mindset has really helped me a lot. Kasi, whenever I have to remind myself that thing na sabi ko, okay na yun, ginawa mo yung best mo, maybe it's not yet your time or maybe it's not for you. So parang ganun lang talaga yung mindset ko all throughout, mostly my pageant experiences. Kasi ang daming girls, ang daming beauty queen aspirants who wants the title, di ba?
Yeah.
They want the title and there can only be one girl who can have the title. So,
And everyone is equally deserving.
yes, everyone is equally deserving. Baka nga yung iba mas hardworking pa sa akin, di ba? Baka nga yung iba mas prepared pa. So, it's just all about kung night mo to, or if this is really for you, then good for you. If it's not, then maybe you can reassess and then find a way to excel more or kaya find different things that you can, excel into as well.
I think one of the hard parts as well, it's not just about navigating yung expectations mo for yourself. It's also the different noises around you.
Yes,
And with my different conversations with different queens, parang there's also much noise
Yes.
around the industry, around the nation, especially the Philippines as a pageant nation, na parang everybody's eyes are glued on you.
Yes.
Parang how do you drown out the noise? And especially na parang a lot of people are saying dapat you should have done this, you should do
Yeah.
this. Parang how do you handle na parang kasi with you, you know naman to yourself yung parang yung mindset mo, where you are, and accepting your progress on your own pace. Pero how do you avoid it not getting into your head or parang not affecting your mind, yung mga noises from different people around you?
Well, I am a human. Naapektuhan pa rin ako. Even I know within myself that I am strong enough to not get affected. Pero, of course, with the pressure of carrying the Philippines, Filipinos pa talaga, I mean, it's a very, very big country for pageants. So, just carrying that made a ton of pressure within me. Pero I guess what helped me a lot is the independence that I got really from my mother and my mamalo, na kahit there's too much noise around me, of course I ask for guide here and there, pero I know really what I want. So for example, I have to decide for the competition or just simply for a dress that I will wear for the day. Alam ko yung gusto ko and I really wanted to put my 100% focus on whatever I do. So I feel like that alone helped me to manage everything, even though it's very noisy. Sometimes I read comments just to baka may makatulong sa akin. Baka kasi sometimes may comments talaga na nakakatulong
Na
sa iyo
constructive.
Yeah, it's constructive. I mean, hindi naman 100% kailangan mong i-ignore lahat. Sometimes you really need to see it and then assess kung ano yung makakatulong sa'yo. Oo.
Pero paano kunwari, ang daming bibigay ng constructive criticisms, pero everyone's on different directions. Sa parang, like, it's common kapag, lalo na pag pageant season, kunwari, nasa
Yeah.
world ka na.
Oo.
Tapos parang, ang dami nagsasabi, dapat ito yung gown mo, ito yung direction mo, mali, parang ganito. Parang giving you feedback, kahit sabihin natin constructive, but on different directions. Paano mo siya nina-navigate na parang, okay, alin ba dito yung pipiliin ko?
I think every time you feel that or you feel overwhelmed about certain things, you have to go back to your core, to your why. Why did I start in the first place? And then from there, make the decision. Parang ganon. Like, kasi you can't be representing a country, you can't be representing a province if you don't have a purpose, if you don't have a why. So whenever you feel down or you doubt yourself or there's too much noise, maybe go in the corner and listen to your own voice, listen to your own mind. Balik ka kung ano yung bakit mo. And then from there, you move forward.
Ikaw ba, at which point did you find your why, and ano yung why mo in terms of why you got into this journey of pageantry, and especially going through this journey, na decade journey, na parang you've been doing this since you were 6 years old,
Yeah.
so I assume like nearly 20 years na.
oo. Yeah, oo. But, well, of course, I started 6 years old and at that time, iba talaga yung perspective ko when it comes to pageantry. Parang pure enjoyment lang, parang kasiyahan lang talaga. And then as time goes by, when I competed to the national stages, mas naging malaki na yung reason ko, mas naging malaki na yung bakit ko, and it really gradually evolved into more purposeful reason. Kasi right now, I could say I am doing this not only just to perform. I'm doing this because I really love sharing a piece of me, a piece of my life, and I really wanted to connect to people. Kasi when you're in a competition, for me lang, from my own experience, when you're in a competition, it's not just a one-way, how do you call this? Like a one-way connection. Hindi lang siya isang way. Kaya nga connection kasi it has to be two ways. So, I think that it really revolves around you and your audience or the community that you're representing. So, I feel like right now I have a larger purpose aside from, my only reason.
And siguro, now that you're in this journey, a lot of people parang they associate confidence with never doubting yourself. But of course, there will always be phases wherein parang yung confidence mo, it's not at the
Yes.
100. Na parang there's that doubt in yourself. How do you navigate yung confidence mo? Or what does confidence looks like in times of uncertainty and when you're emotionally overwhelmed or tired?
Before, I thought confidence is being the best in the room, or for example, being the best speaker, being being the best. Parang being the most secure. Parang ganon yung thinking ko of confidence before. But looking at the very successful beauty queens or public figures, let's say in businessman or kung anumang industry, there's something common that I noticed about them. It's just they show up every time, even though they're afraid, even though they're scared. Sabi nga nila sometimes when they are scared, that's their go signal. So parang for me, confidence is equals to showing up. Na kahit doesn't mean na you're confident, doesn't mean na 100% sure ka na kayang-kaya mo. Sometimes confidence, or most of the time, confidence means just saying yes to an opportunity, even though you don't know what you're doing. Kasi sometimes you'll just figure it out when you're there. Eh. So just show up every time, kasi that will also be the building blocks towards, the better or best version of yourself.
Ang ganda nun. Kasi parang, ang ganda ng change on the perspective na
Yeah.
ng confidence. Kasi, at some point din may isip mo din na confidence isn't just about comparing yourself
Yes.
to others, but it's also about feeling whole with yourself na whoever I'm standing beside with, parang kahit itabi mo ko dun sa parang tipong Miss Universe, hindi ka kakabahan na you're confident in what you can deliver.
Yes, oo. Of course, ganun talaga. Most of the time you will be challenged, especially in our industry, na may mga taong makakasama ka na napapanood mo lang sa TV before, or parang the people that you really look up to, and then nandiyan na sila sa tabi mo, 'di ba? But it will make you realize how far you've come sa life, and it will really humble you. Kaya ayan, it's just really amazing to experience that.
Pero siguro question lang. A quick question lang on that. Mayroon ka pa bang mga na-starstruck ka ng mga, oh my gosh, I'm standing beside this person? Who?
There's a lot. Grabe. Of course, my beauty queen inspiration, si Pia, si Catriona. Of course, our legendary
Pero
beauty
yung
queen.
year na you competed, that was the one Pia hosted ba? Or it was the year after?
The year before, I think.
Yung kay Celeste.
Yes. Yeah, tama, si Celeste. In our year, it was Michelle D who won.
Yeah.
Kasi I think ang host nun is si Alden Richards.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ito yung
So, sabi niya,
Baguio.
Yung gano'n. Baguio. Parang yung
Oo.
siya, ang dami yung energy. Siya yun, yung time na yun. Di ba naalala mo yun?
Actually.
Diba?
Yeah.
Oo. Kaya pag may nakakakita sa akin minsan,
Baguio.
gumagano sila. So, at tapos maaalala ko si Alden pala, may pasimulan.
Pero how does it feel na from being a candidate, you already have your own journey as being a host ng pageant? Kasi
Yeah.
I remember you hosted MGI.
Yes, grabe.
Philippines.
Nakakaloka minsan. Hindi pa rin nagsisink in sa akin how things were so fast. Parang in a span of, I think, 4 years, I experienced judging in different provinces. Nag-iikot ako ng Pilipinas to judge a pageant, host a pageant, and eventually hosted Miss Grand Philippines. Parang sometimes I can't even believe na nangyayari yon. And I'm just really thankful to have been given that opportunity kasi sobrang rare lang talaga nun. Like, not all people can experience that. Kaya it's a reminder for me to be humble, to be grateful, and to make the most out of every moment.
And na kahit gaano kadaming obstacles na yung nangyari, parang you were still farther than where you started. Oo. And siguro ito, parang we were talking about it the entire conversation na we were focused on how you handle the detours, saying yes to all the detours. Were there detours in your life you said no to?
Yes, of course. Kasi I feel like if it will not serve my purpose, if my purpose is not there, then I have to say no. Kasi if it doesn't align with my values, my principles as a person, or if it's holding me back, then I think that's the signal for me to probably redirect or reassess my journey or my path. There are some things that I really need to consider, and may mga mahirap din na decisions na ginawa ko. But it just made me stronger, stronger to set boundaries, stronger to say no, stronger to see my worth as a person.
I agree. Kasi parang sometimes kahit may mga detours na parang kahit isipin natin, kahit ibalik-balik na rin natin yung mundo, parang
Oo.
tipong hindi. Parang hindi talaga to para sa
Hindi ka
akin.
mag-right turn, mag-left turn ka, girl. Ganon.
Oo.
levels.
And you seem pretty hopeful talaga. Na parang whatever life throws at you, okay, bounce back. Kung hindi man ibigay sa akin ngayon, okay, bawi next time. And then
Oo.
stand up again. And
Yes.
but do hopeful people get tired too? And when things don't align the way you want to, where do you anchor that hope that things will be better, that things will turn out well, and you will still be where you want to be?
I go home. Yun, I go home talaga. Kasi my families, especially my dogs, sila talaga yung anchor ko and everything that I do. It's, of course, thank you for saying na I seem to be hopeful. And I think I'm very, very hopeful about life because I started to be independent at a very young age. Parang I think 14, 15 at that time I learned to be independent. And maraming times na napapagod talaga, and hopeful people don't always like say yes and yes and yes and yes. I think hopeful people knows that giving yourself grace, giving yourself a rest or a pause is part of your growth. And it's very essential for hopeful people to rest, for them to have more and better energy going towards the future. Parang ganun lang din yung mindset ko whenever I have to deal with fatigue or kaya pagod or kaya self-doubt or challenges.
And especially when things don't align. Kasi
Yeah.
parang madaling mawala ng hope.
Yeah.
Pero siguro ang gusto kong i-ask naman ngayon is, where do you, like kunwari things don't align for you, saan mo kinukuha na parang what gets you motivated, or parang ano yung pinangahawakan mo na okay, hindi man to binigay sa akin, soon it will be?
Yeah, I feel like it comes from the trait of me na, yes, I'm very ambitious, but I am also very chill and laid back. Whenever I need to be hungry for a certain thing, I am hungry, parang ganon. But whenever I have to accept things, chill lang ako, and then I really navigate, I really self-assess, parang ganon. And then I think that is a combination then for me, like a perfect combination if you're a very goal-driven person. Hindi naman pwedeng chase ka lang ng chase ng goals mo, right? So parang you really have, as I've said, to give yourself grace whenever you have to.
And after everything you've experienced, you've got a lot of recognitions, ang dami ng narating, ang dami ng opportunities out there. And now, now that you're passed on the crown and now you're exploring directions after your international pageant, who do you think is Krishna now outside of the crown? And ano yung parang future mo that feels that that is most aligned to who you want to become and who you're becoming?
Oh, I think Krishna now is intentional. When I was young and years before, of course, I was still figuring out things. But right now, with all the experiences that I gathered from my pageant experience, the entertainment industry experience, and life in general, I feel like now I am more secure of myself. I know what I want in life. I know where to place myself in these aspects of my life. I am handling a lot of things outside pageantry, and I think that's a very beautiful journey for me as well. Because I don't want to be known as a beauty queen lang, I wanted to be an inspiration for others as well that are pursuing other things as well other than pageantry. Because sometimes a lot of young people, what is really making my heart melt is a lot of young people are messaging me and sabi nila na they are thanking me for being an inspiration daw for them to also work harder, ganyan, because I was a working student, and then now I am a beauty queen. So parang it's a beautiful journey daw that they get inspired with. So I think that is one beautiful thing that I have gained in my pageant experience.
Parang siyang parang siyang inspiration na even if you're struggling right now, things will be better one day.
Oo.
Parang as long as you put your heart, your effort,
Yes.
and your soul into what you do, things will get better.
Yes, that's correct. I agree. This one artista that I actually posted this on my Instagram. Kasi
Who's
before,
this?
it's Janine Gutierrez. Before,
Wait lang. Parang nakikita ko siya sa'yo.
ano ba?
Actually.
Thank you so much.
Do
Thank
people
you for
say it?
some-
Do people say that?
Yes, oo. Sabi nila, may
actually.
resemblance daw kami ni Janine.
Parang kanina ko
kasi-
pa iniisip kung
Kung
sino.
sino
Tapos
ka
biglang,
mo.
parang, wait lang, parang may something on the tip of my tongue Biglang, buti na sinabi mo. Okay.
Oo, pero yeah, thank you so much. It's an honor to be a kamukha of Miss Janine. But yes, going back to the story nga, kasi as you've mentioned, parang it's a beautiful journey to see yourself from before to now. And I think Miss Janine Gutierrez is a reminder for me because way back before, years before, I was a high school student pa. I was working as a service crew member in a fast food chain. Tapos I was taking orders and then si Miss Janine yung customer.
Oh.
Yes, and then
Ang full circle moment.
tapos sabi niya, sa drive-thru yon tapos nag-order siya. Tapos tinitingnan niya ako, sabi niya, pwede kang mag-beauty queen. Tapos nag-mention siya ng pageant na sasalihan ko. Tapos nung time na
Nasalihan mo pa talaga?
Actually, hindi yung specific na pageant na yon. Sabi niya, if I can mention, sabi niya, pwede ka magbinibining Pilipinas. Sabi niya. So, nung time na yon, syempre wala naman sa utak ko rin na mag-pageant ulit.
What year was this?
That was, I think, 2018? 2018, yes. Tapos wala pa sa utak ko noon na mag-pageant ulit. Kasi I was working, I was a student. And then, just last year, I met her again.
Mention mo.
Yes, sabi ko, na-mention ko sa kanya. And I even posted this and then nag-comment din siya. And it was a really full circle moment nga, di ba?
Na-manifest niya pala.
Oo,
Parang may mga
grabe.
ganyan palang manifestation that works.
Naiyak nga ako ng time na yun kasi I attended an event and then nakita ko siya and the first thing that came into my mind was that moment. Nasabi ko, grabe, I was thanking God. Nasabi ko, God, thank you for letting me experience this beautiful life. Napaganon na lang ako. Kasi, it's beautiful to meet the people as well that you somehow manifested your journey, di ba?
Grabe din, no? Full circle moment. Parang tipong, yung kamukha mo pa nagsabi na, okay, pwede ka mag-beauty queen. Tapos biglang, ayun, na-manifest niya talaga. And now, if younger Krishna, the girl who was joining pageants at 6 years old, could see your life now, what do you think would make her most emotional and most proud?
Ooh, sana hindi ako maiyak. Charot. Joke lang. Pero I think the young Krishna had come a long way. I mean, the Krishna now had come a long way. But aside from chasing her dreams and fending for herself and for her family and for the people that she loves, I think the most beautiful thing that she will be most emotional with is having to represent a very beautiful community and actually connecting with people. Who would have known na parang before I was just busy surviving and living life and minding my own business. Tapos ngayon I get to have a heart-to-heart talk with my community, with very inspirational people, the people that I look up to. Na ngayon I'm just really, really grateful to see where I'm at. And I know that she's proud of me. And I hope that I can make her proud pa in the near future or like for the years to come.
And siguro last question, what do you aspire to be or who do you want to aspire to become after passing on your Miss World Asia crown and now that you're heading to this journey after Miss World?
Oh my gosh. I think that is the question that I can't answer like right now. That I don't have a specific answer because I'm still laying foundations of my future at the moment because I started a business and then there are also some opportunities that I cannot disclose yet. So I don't think I can give you a specific answer right now. Pero I think I will just enjoy the moment and be present, and whatever life throws at me or gives me, I will just willingly accept it and go through it and learn with those experiences and with the people that I love. Siguro yun lang right now. I'm just really laid back and I'm just enjoying life because for the past 4 to 5 years, I've been hustling and training and preparing for a competition. Parang so may adjustments then after I passed my Miss World Philippines crown kasi parang hindi na kasing hectic as before na you really have to wake up 5 a.m. para lang, to go on with your day. And I think right now I'm just really self-assessing and laying my foundation. So I hope that everything will go well as well in the future para I have more to share. I have more to share. I have more to experience then.
Actually, I had a conversation with Myrna yesterday, Miss International.
Myrna!
Yeah.
Oo.
And parang nandun din sa, medyo similar, common yung
Yeah,
face ninyo. Parang it's really common parang for beauty queens na
Oo.
parang ano na talaga, nag big four na parang
Yes.
tipong, okay, parang where am I going after this?
Oo.
Parang may talagang wait a moment talaga na tipong, okay, parang eto talaga kailangan pag-isipan,
Oo.
discernment and
Kaya
everything.
nga, sabi nga nila parang somehow may identity crisis ka after. And I
Yeah.
feel like some point of after I passed the crown, parang may ganong feeling na sabi ko, ano bang gagawin ko? But then again, I look back and then I have so many things that I can work around with. So, ang daming opportunities na pwede kong gawin or pwede kong tahakin. And I don't wanna waste it. So, parang ngayon, I'm just really saying yes to any opportunities that I can get, especially when it's beneficial as to my growth as well as a person.
I love that. And we are excited to whatever is to come in your journey, Miss Krishna.
so
And siguro,
much.
ito na, before we end this episode, ito na yung space mo to already talk about like, what are you working on, where can they follow you, and and the advocacies that you work with and what you want to
Yes.
promote.
Thank you very much. First and foremost, thank you so much to Ganito Kasi Yan podcast for inviting me here and giving me the platform to share a bit of my life. But if you want to follow me more, my Instagram, my Facebook, or all of my social media accounts are Krishna Gravidas. And I also do events work, modeling, hosting gigs. So if ever that we can meet, please don't be shy to say hi. And yeah, I hope to see you all soon. God bless you po.
Yes, thank you so much, Miss
Thank you
Krishna.
very
Thank you so much for
much.
making time. And of course, if you enjoy this episode, and this episode, I was able to touch some corners or touch some emotions on you. Kasi of course, a lot of us have been in that phase wherein parang things are not aligning.
Yes.
Things, parang there's something else given to me na hindi ito yung gusto ko, hindi ito yung pinangarap ko. But siguro this conversation will allow people to realize na sometimes hindi binibigay kung ano yung ine-expect natin, but there's a lot to appreciate
Yes.
in the redirections and the detours that are given to us. Na parang there's something that's good also. There's something that's will be beneficial for us sa mga journey na bibigay sa atin.
I agree. And if I can also say an advice to a person who's also experiencing a detour or redirection or probably a setback, then I think maybe set your mind na life is not about chasing one dream lang. It's about exploring yourself and discovering parts of yourself. Marami pa yan na hindi mo pa na-discover. So just try new things. If you want to try sports, if you want to try acting, if you want to try entertainment, in the art industry, kahit ano pa yan, try everything that you can. Kasi hindi mo alam, baka may interest ka doon.
Actually,
Right?
totoo. And I agree with that kasi parang it's really important just to put yourself out there and see what works.
There's so much, we have a big world. So there is so much space for us to, to experience life and discover yourself. So I hope that you'll be encouraged as well to, try new things at least once in a day or once in a week that will help you grow then as a person.
I agree with that. And thank you so much,
Thank
Miss
you.
Krishna. And if you like this episode and you want to share it on your Instagram story, share with us your insights, you may do so and use the hashtag GKYXKrishna. And also tag us on our social media platforms. It's at GKY Pod on all social media platforms. And ako naman, the Charles Jacob on all social media platforms. And wag natin kakalimutan na whatever life throws at us, whatever hurdles we face, laban lang and accept tayo. But also, important then to assess which ones are for us and not for us. At ito pa rin ang Ganito Kasi Yan.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.